everyone, and welcome to my brief overview of this little beauty. This is the Canon EOS 7D SLR. So without further ado, let's get started. So what we want to do really is to start by talking about the sensor on this camera. This has got an 18 megapixel sensor, really excellent pixel count for taking pictures. And what I want to now do is talk about in brief the actual lens that I've got on this camera. Now this is a standard lens. This is an 18 to 55mm lens. One important thing, if you're new to using SLRs and when it comes to buying lenses, I would say it's very important that you buy a lens that's got built-in image stabilization, because not all the lenses do. So it's very important if you're new to SLRs to buy a lens that's got image stabilization, which this lens does. And this also does have a autofocus on it as well. And also on this lens at the very top I've got a UV filter, which is really, I would say, important. It's an important thing to buy for your lens because it does actually protect your lens. It prevents dust and dirt and water from getting into the top of the actual lens itself. And these are pretty cheap. I only paid £10 for this particular UV filter on Amazon, I believe. So yeah, highly recommended that you get a filter for this. Let's pretty much go round to the, start round at the side of the actual camera itself. Now we've got a HDMI input here at the bottom where my finger is. We've also got an AV out digital port there, and also we've got an additional output here for an external microphone. So this is actually one thing that I'm going to be purchasing for this camera, is an external mic to mount onto the top, which is going to be really cool for when I'm doing videos. So that's those three ports there. Now I want to show you the other side. Now I'm not too sure what these ports are. I believe the top port here is for actually connecting an external flash, which you can do. This actually does have a built-in flash, but I believe that port there is for connecting an external flash. And that port there, I believe, is for some kind of remote control. I'm not too sure. I might be wrong on that, but like I said, I'm getting used to using this camera. So around the other side, we've got the actual section here for the memory card, which I'll show you by flicking that. This takes compact flash memory cards, and I've only got a 4GB SanDisk card in here at the moment, but that's pretty much all I need for the time being. I probably will buy a 16GB card at some point. And going down to the bottom, we've got a section here for the battery, which I'll show you. This is a standard Canon battery that comes with the camera. Very high powered battery, does last a long time. It's actually a lot better than some of the batteries that come with certain Canons. This one's really good. And then we've got obviously a tripod connection here for when you want to mount this camera on a tripod. Going round to the back of the camera itself, we've got a nice LED screen here, which is really nice. The camera itself, I mean, it's really well made as well. This is made of a magnesium alloy, the actual camera body itself, so it's really strong, and when you've got it in your hand it really does feel like you've got a camera. We've got a little wheel here for accessing all your menus on the actual camera. Looking at the top of the camera, we've got an LCD display at the top here, which will give you a wealth of information for when you're using the camera. Some other buttons here at the top for when you want to control your ISO speed and also the autofocus. You can lock your autofocus as well. And then we've got the shoot button here at the top as well. At the very front of the camera at the top, that is a built-in mic. We've also got a button here which to actually switch your flash on and off, because this does actually have a built-in flash, which I want to show you now. I'll switch the camera on, and by pressing this button here, this brings up the actual flash, which is really cool. You can, hopefully you can see that. We can just push that down with our finger and that shuts the actual flash off. The actual display at the back, hopefully you can see that. There's a couple of pictures here I took of my little niece today. She was watching Toy Story. But yeah, the screen on this camera is really clear, and it's magic for when you want to view your photos. Really is nice. Now also, what this camera does have, it's got a lot of technology inside the camera, but this has actually got two processors inside. It's a dual core processor, which means that this camera is blindingly fast for when you want to shoot pictures. I mean, you can literally hold the shutter down on this camera and it will fire like a machine gun for when you want to take pictures. It is that quick. You could literally fill up a 16GB card in minutes. This camera is so quick, and with those dual core processors it's lightning fast. On the top of the camera you've got a hot shoe here for connecting an external flash. If you've got an external flash, you can connect it onto that hot shoe at the top. So here on the top of the camera, to the left hand side where my finger is, we've got this little control knob here. Now, to be honest with you, I haven't really used this this wheel a great deal. There's a lot of customised options that you can actually have by using this. There's actually 3 custom settings that you can actually store into the camera's memory. If you find there's a particular lot of settings that you like that's producing you good quality pictures, you can save those settings and have them in what they call custom options here. There's 3 different, you can flick it around to 3 different customized options and you can save them, and if you want to go back to them you can just flick the wheel around to whatever customized options or settings you've saved and utilize those settings. But mainly at the moment, until I get to grips with this camera and all the different features that it has, I tend to keep it on the actual program option on here. So along the top of the camera here we do have there's an option here for when you want to switch it from taking still photos to actually doing HD video. There's a little switch here that you flick to the left. There's like a little red video camera icon there that you switch it to when you want to switch this camera over for shooting a HD video. And what I will say to you guys and girls is this camera has to be by far the best camera that I've ever used for shooting video. I mean, I use my iPhone, I have used my iPhone quite extensively for doing my videos here on YouTube, but this is absolutely brilliant at doing HD video. The quality is absolutely unbelievable. I hope that you've enjoyed watching this. I know it's only a brief overview. I haven't been able to sort of go into a huge amount of detail with this camera, and the reason for why I've not been able to is because I'm still in the learning stages of using this camera. Maybe for those of you that have maybe got one of these cameras yourself, drop me some comments down below in the comments box and let me know what your experiences are with using this camera. And also please press that subscribe button along the top if you'd like to see more videos by me. And obviously give me a big thumbs up if you've enjoyed watching this brief overview of the Canon 7D SLR. I do actually have a very good book which a friend of mine purchased for me, which pretty much tells you it tells you a hell of a lot regarding the features on this camera, and it is really thick. As you can see, there is literally so much you can do with this camera. It is unbelievable. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and until my next video I will see you all very soon, and I will leave some sample pictures at the end of this video that I've taken with this camera for you guys to look at. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I will be back very soon. Take care. Bye for now. This Canon 7D does have a little brother in its range, and I'd like to show you it actually now. It's really cool. This is the Canon 7D's little brother. This is a really good camera. I would highly, for those of you that are into photography, I would highly recommend you buy one of these. They're really good quality, they take great pictures, and they're great for storing photos on, because this is a 4GB memory stick. How cool is that?